Welcome. Today we're going to be doing a restorative yoga class for gratitude. Thank you so much for joining us today. You can go ahead and put your name and where you're joining us from in the world in the comments so we can say hello to you today. Today you're going to need a bolster. A blanket is going to figure pretty prominently in this class, so you'll want to make sure you have a blanket. Maybe a strap and a couple of blocks. So those are the props that you're going to need for this restorative yoga class for gratitude. We will be starting in 12 minutes. So that gives us some time to say hello. If you're listening to this after the live replay, I'll put the timestamp where it starts. So if you don't want to listen to the greetings, then you can just go right to the live class. But I'd love to say hello to all of you who have taken the time out of your schedule to join us live. So be sure to put in the comments, say hello, and I will turn off my airplane mode for now and come on over and say hello to you. Yeah, and let us know if you can hear me okay, if the audio levels are okay. And I see people are just joining us. So that's another reason why we come on ahead of time, just to give people to join us, time to join us live. So today we are going to be doing a yoga class for gratitude. Beautiful theme in the middle of the summer. If you're in the middle of the summer, when our hearts are naturally more open, just like the flowers are in full bloom, it's a time when we could take that natural time when the sun is fully in the sky, everything is vibrant. We can take advantage of this feeling of gratitude that is naturally already there. So I see that Shivan's here and saying hello. So welcome, Shivam. It's good to see you. I know that lots of people are away enjoying vacation time right now. So I'm very happy and grateful that a lot of people are being able to do that right now. And it's just a real pleasure to be able to be here and record this class for you to have at any time, to practice at any time. And that, of course, is the beauty of YouTube as well. We love being able to bring you this live class once a month. We film the last Friday of every month for you, a live class, and it's always great to connect with you guys here in the live classes. Shiv wants to know the plants in the background. So I, I honestly, I think this is something elephant. I don't know the name of this one, and then I have a monstera in the other side, which is not in the shot. So um, that is, those are the plants. I see that Tanya is here. And hello, Tanya. And Shivan's from India, but gratitude can happen anytime. Yes, the evening's a great time to practice gratitude. It's a really good time to just mentally go over your day and just note what is grateful for you, what you feeling grateful for the day. I feel like we're all kind of experts on the importance of gratitude now, just to lift our moods. So I don't think it's a news flash to anybody how important gratitude is in our lives. So that won't be a news flash to anybody. I'm just wondering if I'm on the right channel because I'm only seeing one person here. If I'm logged into my right channel.
You're in the wrong channel
Yeah. How many people are here?
on this channel.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, yeah. I've only got 7 people here and one person commenting.
Oh, so you're in the wrong
So I
channel.
must be in the wrong channel. Okay, give me a second. So to that end, actually, I just want to thank. We have 2 channels. We have a yoga lifestyle channel, and you want to do it for me?
I'll just switch
Switch
to.
me? I think I can do it too,
Oh, okay.
but you can do it probably faster. We have a yoga lifestyle channel, and we have Yoga with Melissa, where we put all our yoga videos. And on the Yoga Lifestyle channel, I want to thank all of you who are subscribed to that. We hit a milestone on that today. We have 60,000 subscribers there, which just blows my mind. So thank you, all of you who are subscribed on our Yoga Lifestyle channel. We really appreciate that support. It means a lot to us. It means, the more subscribers, the more viewers. That's why I couldn't see anybody. Okay. I mean, I could see Shivan, but that's all I could see. So, so obviously we're dual. Tim is working his magic behind the camera today, as always, and he is broadcasting to both our YouTube channels. So we have two channels: Yoga Lifestyle. We have uh, the Dr. Melissa West account, which is the Yoga with Melissa account, and then we are broadcasting to Facebook as well.
And Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. So now I see some more familiar faces. Thank you so much for saying hello. And I see more people here on our main channel. So Allison is here from Hamilton, Ontario. Hello, Allison. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you guys. Now I'm feeling a little bit more relieved. I'm like, wow, where are the regulars? Tracy is here. Welcome, Tracy. Simone is here. It's nice to have you. And thank you guys for saying hello to each other as well. I appreciate that. It's nice to see that camaraderie going on. And Christina is here. She's here from Surrey, UK, and great to have you back. She says she's been away for a while. Thank you. Glad to hear the sound is going. CIGMUL Sigmul wants to know the difference between restorative and therapeutic yoga. So I think therapeutic yoga can be a lot of different things. So I guess it depends on the teacher that's offering therapeutic yoga, but I can speak to what restorative yoga is. Restorative yoga is a style of yoga using props where you're just very focused on letting go of tension into the props, into the ground. You're not trying to do any stretching. You're really focused on recovering energy. It's great for people who are tired. It's great for people who are experiencing illness. But I think that in a world where we are chronically fatigued, and you don't have to have chronic fatigue syndrome, it's just a really great style of yoga to bring back those energy reserves. And particularly in summer, at this time in the summer, when the heat is so high and it really tends to drain our energy, this is a style of yoga that you practice really close to the floor. And so it's cooler, close to the floor. It can be really great to restore your energy reserves. So it really focuses on restoring energy. And so if you know what therapeutic yoga is, often therapeutic yoga really focuses on some kind of injury and restoring that kind of injury. But as I say, there's lots of different styles of therapeutic yoga. Okay, so Tracy is here from Oakland, California. Jojo's here from Brentwood Bay, which is just around the corner from us. Hi, Joe, welcome. And Sambila is here. She's been waiting for this restorative class. She's here from Pakistan, so welcome, Sambila. Okay, so Christine's going to catch the rerun, and this will be available on the channel as a replay. So definitely you can catch it on the replay. You can watch it multiple times, which is great. I love that about YouTube and teaching video classes in general, because when you go to studios, which I love practicing live as well, but the classes are there and poof, then they're gone. So that's the great thing about video. Okay, Karen's here from White Rock, BC. Welcome. How's the smoke, Karen? I hope that the air quality is okay for you right now. Lorraine is here. I'm so glad you're looking forward to this session. Great to have you. Axel is here from Dorsten, Germany. Welcome. Patty is here from Texas. Welcome. Viviana is here from Argentina. Welcome. It's great to have you. And you guys are all saying hello to each other. Okay, Sigmul, I'm glad that answer was helpful. Dahlia, yeah, Dahlia is here. Dahlia is here from Sweden. You guys are saying hello to each other. Donna is here from New York City. Mark is here from Finland. He's a psychologist and a yoga teacher, and he's done yoga guided by me for years, but became a member recently. Thank you. We appreciate that. We really appreciate your support. I'm so glad it's given you a lot. And thank you for the work that you do as a psychologist and a yoga teacher. That must be that's a great combination to have the talk therapy combined with that embodied approach, just like the perfect combination so it's not too cerebral. Okay, Shivam says now I'm on the right channel. You can either channel is great. Like it's going to be coming through, but I guess I'm going to be reading comments from this channel. Although once we start the practice, we'll put the comments aside while we practice and then we'll come back to them after. But great to have you over here as well. Oh, Karen says no smoke. Fantastic. So glad to hear that. I hopefully things are clearing up then. That's really good. Okay, Lori is here from Seattle. Welcome, Lori. Let me know how the air quality is for you as well. And yeah, we are really building up our people. So we'll get started in about 2 minutes. Mervy's here from Finland. Oh yeah, yeah. Welcome, Mervy. And so Marka, yeah. I said hello, yeah.
Oh, no, I know, but okay.
Okay, so here you're gonna have lots of props for today's class. You're gonna want to have a bolster. The blanket is gonna figure fairly prominently in today's class, so you're gonna want to have some kind of blanket that you can do some folding with. Maybe a strap, blocks. That's what you're gonna need. And you guys are all, you're gonna all. I noticed you're saying hello to each other still. Sorry, I got. Sigma wants to know why I decided for a restorative class. I just find people are really tired. They need more energy. They're tired from their lives, so I really appreciate restorative. Also, I think that I like physiotherapists to work on the therapeutic stuff. I like to send my students to physiotherapists to do the therapeutic and then come to me after. So I specialize in yin, restorative, yoga nidra. I really like those styles where we can regenerate our energy. So that's why I chose restorative. I really like to do restoratives for lives because I film mostly outdoors. And as you can see, restoratives require a lot of props. So I tend to do on the live classes restoratives so that I don't have to drag all these props around with me when I film outdoors. So it's in a lot of ways, the live restorative classes are completely logistical because it's easier to film with lots of props indoors than it is to carry all these things with us when we're doing our outdoor filming, where we like to not have a lot of props. So that's why. Okay, hello, Karen. Welcome. Welcome, Christina. You should be okay. Well, the shoulder fracture. So with the shoulder fracture, there's a lot of heart openers in this class with it being a gratitude class. So what I would recommend, having had having had frozen shoulder, what I would recommend is get an extra blanket and with all those heart openers to prop underneath that shoulder, Karen, throughout the class, okay? So just make sure that it's not hanging in the air at all. So on the side of the fractured shoulder, don't have that shoulder hanging out in the air at all. So make sure you're propped with either with pillows or blankets. So it shouldn't be in pain at all through the class. Make sure you're propping it, okay? That's what you really need to do through the class. Shivam wants to know what I'm drinking. Okay, this is a good question, Shivam, because we love rooibos tea or African nectar tea or whatever honeybush tea, yeah, because there's no caffeine in it, but it still tastes like tea. And we've been looking for a tea, and when we were on vacation, you go to the coffee shops and stuff, and oftentimes they're terrible teas, right? But when we were in Tofino and also when we were here downtown, we had this great honeybush tea, and we're like, oh my gosh, look at the tea bag. What is it? Because it's so good. So this is called Mighty Leaf African Nectar Tea, and it's really good. Tim's gonna find it for you because we've been having a hard time finding rooibos tea that we like, and this is really good. And we make a pot in the morning, and we find ourselves going back to it and drinking multiple cups of it before it runs out. So, if you guys have a tea that you like that's rooibos, let me know in the comments because I don't know. I don't know what's happened to the quality of rooibos tea lately, but it's gone down the tubes. We used to drink the Tetley, and I don't know, we can't drink that anymore. It's just, sorry, Tetley. But it's just gotten, just the quality of the tea, it's just gotten gross. I don't know. But this one is really good. Let me know. Okay, welcome, Karen. It's good to have you with us. Nice to have you live. Okay, welcome Donna too. We'll see you on the mat in a few minutes. Okay, so it's time to get started. I'm going to turn this off. We'll come back after. So if you have any questions or comments after, we will come back to the comments afterwards, obviously. Okay. Our holds are going to be 5 minutes today. So I'm just setting up my timer. Okay, so welcome to this restorative yoga class for gratitude. For this class, you're going to need a bolster, a blanket, a couple of blocks, maybe a strap. And let's go ahead and set up our first pose. So for the first pose, you're going to need your blanket either folded or rolled up. It's going to go horizontally underneath your heart center. And then you're going to need a bolster or another rolled blanket or some pillows underneath your knees. You could have an eye pillow underneath over your eyes if you want. We're doing mountain brook pose, which has such a lovely name to it. So bolster under the knees.
Can you mention, for some reason the video has been blurry on and off, but hopefully the audio is still nice and clear.
Yeah. So for some reason the video's been blurry on and off. That could be a function of it streaming live. So hopefully the audio is still good and hopefully the quality picks up. Okay. So mountain brook pose to begin. Imagine your body like a mountain brook, flowing like a mountain brook. And just give yourself a few breaths to settle into the props and adjust them if they're uncomfortable at all for you, so that you can fully release into the props, into the ground. You want to be as comfortable as possible. So it's impossible to feel both the positive emotions of gratitude and emotions such as fear at the same time. Gratitude births positive feelings such as love, compassion, hope, and joy. When we focus on what we're grateful for, fear anger, and bitterness all melt away without effort. The reason for this is that gratitude helps us to track what's going well in our lives. Gratitude reminds us what is right rather than what is wrong, and it trains us to turn towards that. So reflect on a happy moment in your own life that stands out to you. You can think, feel, remember, or pretend that you remember the scene, the sounds, the smells, the sensations. Perhaps gratitude was part of it. What part of the memory do you feel grateful for? And maybe even just notice what happens in your body when you reflect back with gratitude on this memory. A quote for you from Melody Beattie. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace to today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Okay, from here, you're going to slowly bend your knees and roll to your side. And we're just going to take that prop that you had underneath your heart center this way, and you're just going to turn it vertically. And then you're going to lie back down. And again, just give yourself a few moments here to settle in. Let your rib cage settle onto that folded or rolled blanket. The back of your pelvis settle into the ground. The backs of your knees settle into your bolster or rolled blanket or pillows. Feel your breath in your low belly. A quote for you from Mother Teresa. Joy is a prayer. Joy is strength. Joy is love. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. So we live in a world where we have been conditioned to work hard all of the time. We think we have to be human doings rather than human beings. We're so busy tackling life's challenges that we forget to stop and enjoy life's journey. We're like machines churning out accomplishments, forgetting that we can stop and smell the roses. So, with gratitude, we can stop and take time to reflect on our good fortune. When we're appreciative, we get swept up in a feeling of joy. So, just take a moment here to reflect with gratitude on the effort that it took you to be here today, to practice, and recognize that and honor yourself for that. And I feel really grateful that we're all here together, practicing together today. Okay, we're going to slowly roll to our side again and reset up our props. This time you're going to take your bolster and take it to the left side of your mat. And your folded blanket is going to be at the base of your ribs this time, just to provide a little stimulation for your diaphragm, to encourage that breathing to go down and into your belly. So you're going to lie down with that blanket just halfway at above your rib cage and halfway below your rib cage. And then your arms are going to be out to your side. You'll press into your feet, lift your hips, take them over to the left side, and then your knees are going to come onto that bolster. So it's just a smaller twist, so it'll be less intense for your shoulders. And you're going to be here for 5 minutes. And as I say, that blanket here is just to stimulate some right here in the low ribs. Your diaphragm sits here, and it will stimulate some of the fascia of the diaphragm. We're going to be spending the whole month on the diaphragm and myofascial release of the diaphragm in our membership community in August. So if that's something that interests you, You can find more about that in our membership community. Okay, another quote for you. This is from a mural on a wall in Berkeley, California. We have some people from California in our live stream with us today. Mental sunshine will cause flowers of peace, happiness, and prosperity to grow on the face of the earth. Be the creator of mental sunshine. Mental sunshine will cause flowers of peace, happiness, and prosperity to grow on the face of the earth. Be a creator of mental sunshine. So, as we're in the pose on this side, ask yourself, what do I feel grateful for about myself? What do I feel grateful for about myself? What are the inner resources, strengths, and talents that I appreciate? What have I done today that I feel good about? What do I feel grateful for about myself? What are the inner resources, strengths, and talents that I appreciate? What have I done today that I feel good about? Okay, we're going to come back to the center. So bring your feet onto the ground and untuck your hips and just come back to the center. Pause here for a moment. This can be intense, this stimulation of the diaphragm here in the back. So let's just give a chance for our spine to unravel here. And now you're stimulating the diaphragm at the back of your body. When we stimulate the diaphragm in this way, it can be very good for our ventral vagus system, which is great for resilience, connection. It stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that rest and digest system. So very calming, helps relieve anxiety as well. Again, we have so much more about that ventral vagus system in our membership community if you want more on that. Okay, now that that's had a chance to settle, let's take this bolster over to the right side and we'll set it up for the twist on the other side. So just lift and take the hips over to the left side and then put the knees up onto that bolster or stack of pillows. You're going to be here for 5 minutes. And of course, if this is too much, you don't need to use the blanket in this pose. You can take it out. If you're finding it too much, you can just do the twist without stimulating the diaphragm. So coming back to what we appreciate about ourselves, one of the things that I've been adopting lately is instead of writing to-do lists, I'll have a list of tasks that I need to accomplish for the week, but at the end of the day, I'm writing to-done lists, things that I have done that I feel grateful that I've accomplished. So instead of tracking that never-ending to-do list, it helps me to feel grateful for what I have devoted my attention to in the day. And I find it a more useful way of a better mindset for me is to ask myself, what did I devote my attention to today? And to create a list around that rather than like, what did I get done today? What did I devote my attention to today? That creates more meaning for me. And meaning, that kind of meaning is more important to me than, just checking things off a list, which really does make me start to feel like my life has no meaning, that I'm just a machine trying to get things done. So, what did I devote my attention to today? Questions like, what am I grateful for in this moment? What am I doing right? So, when I was writing this yoga class, I had taken time to do a yoga nidra, which left me feeling restored. I felt grateful that I had cared enough for myself to get a snack, which was nourishing. I'd also taken a break to use my massage chair. And I'm really proud of these small acts of kindness of taking breaks, doing a yoga nidra to restore myself, having a little snack with me while I work so that I'm nourishing myself. And when I take care of myself in this way, it has ripple out effects because the quality of the class is going to be better. It's going to have more meaning. And then you guys receive that meaning as well, which has a ripple out effect in your lives when you do the class. So gratitude makes us feel good because it helps us widen our frame of vision. And instead of only looking at a problem, we can see a brighter world with more options. When we see the world as a brighter place, we also become more vibrant from the inside out. If any of these positions are not available for you in your body, remember you can always take a position that is available for you in your body. You can lie down, you can sit up, and you can visualize yourself doing the yoga practice. This is always available to you and has benefits for you. Athletes do this. Where the Olympics are on right now, this is something that Olympians do, visualize themselves doing their sport. We can do this in yoga as well. Okay, so come back to center. Let's just untuck our hips to begin and lie here in the center. Just give your spine a chance to unravel first. Okay, and then we're going to just gently, slowly roll off this prop that was providing some myofascial release for our diaphragm and come up to seated. We're going to be setting up the props for the next pose. I'm just going to open this blanket up this way a little bit, I think. Okay, this is going to be a prop for your neck. So you just want to roll it a bit to create space for your neck. And then a side bend here. So the bolster is going to go under your rib cage. The blanket's going to go underneath your neck. And you might want to take a little break for hydration. You're going to be in this side bend for 5 minutes. So really get that roll so that it's supporting your neck. And then depending on your arm, this is my frozen shoulder, so you'll probably be able to get your arm overhead more. And you can play around with your legs, having your bottom legs, your top leg straight is going to be more of a side bend too. Bottom leg bent. So feelings of gratitude release positive endorphins through your body, creating health. Gratitude strengthens your immune system. It helps your body resist disease, recover more quickly from illness through these positive endorphins in your body. Endorphins are your body's natural painkillers as well. They dilate your blood vessels, which will relax your heart as well. Okay, so really slowly find your way out of this pose. And we're just going to switch to the other side. So you're just going to roll over. So we did bottom leg bent, top leg straight, and then the arm goes straight over top. And we're supporting your neck with the rolled blanket. That does a lot. Supporting the neck with the rolled blanket does a lot to relax your nervous system. Okay, emotions like worry, anger, and hopelessness, they can really slow down disease-fighting white blood cells in our bloodstream, and they can contribute to heart disease and stroke by also dumping high levels of adrenaline into our bloodstream. Adrenaline also constricts your blood vessels, particularly to your heart, raising your blood pressure and damaging your heart. So all those good endorphins that we get from gratitude, you know, that we can intentionally create those good endorphins through gratitude is so good for our health. Okay, slowly release this pose from your side. And then let's go ahead and set up the next pose, which is going to be reclined butterfly pose. So for this one, you're going to use your 2 blocks. The first one on the tall setting, the second one on the lower setting, and place your bolster on top of them. And then for this one, you have 2 options. One is to take your blanket like this over your feet and then under your calves to support your legs. The other is to use the loop of your strap, and you make a really big loop, and then you put it over your legs and it supports your legs like that. Okay, so you choose which version you're going to use, and then you're going to rest back. You're going to be in this pose. All your poses are 5 minutes. So as we said at the beginning of the class, it's really difficult to be grateful and unhappy at the same time. Worry, we know, projects us into the future where something bad might happen, and it drains you of the energy to live in this moment. Gratitude brings you back into the present moment to all the things that are going well right now. So tomorrow might bring difficulties, but we can know right now in this moment things are actually pretty good. It's true that something bad might happen, but given all that you've received in your life so far, chances are you will continue to be supported on your journey through life, even in ways that you would never have chosen or even guessed for yourself. So maybe just take a moment right now in this moment to check in and see something that's going well for you physically or mentally, emotionally, energetically, or spiritually. Okay, from here, you're just going to tuck your chin, pull your ribs down, and come up. Take the bolster that's behind you and fold forward. If you're really loose in your hips, you can fold forward like this, but you can also tip the bolster up and use it to support your forehead like this. So we're coming from a reclined butterfly to a forward folding butterfly. Another 5 minutes here. So the more light you allow within you, the brighter the world you will live in. So gratitude is an inner light we can cultivate to illuminate our souls. Gratitude is an inner light we can cultivate to illuminate our souls. The more we are thankful, the more light we can experience, and the more we can shine faith in the world. The more we are thankful, the more light we experience, and the more we can shine faith in the world. In this pose, it can be really nice to breathe into your low back, into your kidneys and your adrenals, which are at the base of your rib cage. This can be quite restorative for your energy. Okay, beautiful. For our final pose, we're going to come back to that mountain brook pose that you did to begin the class. It's so nice to begin and end the same way. Gives a sense of continuity and completion to the class. So the bolster will go underneath your knees. And then you can take your blanket and you can create a roll or fold that's going to go horizontally underneath your heart center. And you rest back over it. You're going to be here for 5 minutes. So again, just give yourself a chance to rest into the props, make any adjustments to become more comfortable. The backs of your legs over the bolster, the back of your rib cage over the folded blanket, the back of your pelvis into the ground. Let your head be heavy on the earth. Let your breath drop into your belly. You can continue to rest back here in Mountain Brook pose, and I'm going to sit up and read you a quote, an excerpt from John O'Donohue. Blessed be the gifts you never notice, your health, eyes to behold the world, thoughts to countenance the unknown, memory to harvest the vanished days, your heart to feel the world's waves, your breath to breathe the nourishment of distance made intimate by earth. Blessed be the gifts you never notice, your health, eyes to behold the world, thoughts to countenance the unknown, memory to harvest vanished days, your heart to feel the world's waves, your breath to breathe the nourishment of distance made intimate by earth. Okay, so gradually allow your breath to deepen, wiggle your fingers and toes. Going to make your way off these props, gradually make your way up to a seated position. We'll gather the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offer the fruits of our practice out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining us for this class. Um, I'd love it if you gave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and put I am grateful. And if you feel like it, you can put what you are grateful for in the comments. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains. And may you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forests. Much love and many blessings.